Hello everyone, Steve here, and it's that time of year again. A little later than usual, and a little bit differently than usual, but we're reacting to the Oscar nomination announcements. A few things that I want to talk about before I actually do the reaction to the announcements. If you want to just skip all the way to the announcements themselves, go ahead and hit the timestamp that's listed right down here, or wherever I put it on the screen. I wanted to give you guys some ideas for predictions that I have for those nominations. So if you don't care about that, skip to this time to see the actual reaction. If you want to see what I'm predicting, go ahead and stick around for this part. And I'm going to try and fly through these and read them off this paper, because you know what? My memory is not exactly the most reliable, and I have trouble keeping all these titles in my head at once. So let's get down to it. But before I start going through these, go ahead and follow my friend Turkey12 on Twitch if you have a Twitch account, if you like watching Final Fantasy gameplay, and if you have a love for the movie Thanksgiving, or any of the above. Go ahead and support my friend Turkey12. He just started streaming a few months back, and I've enjoyed every single one of the streams that I've taken part in watching. So if you got a Twitch account, go ahead and show him some love and support. It would be much appreciated. But anyway, here are my predictions. For Best Picture, I'm predicting that the 10 most likely to be nominated are Nomadland, Trial of the Chicago 7, Minari, Mank, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, The Father, Promising Young Woman, One Night in Miami, Judas and the Black Messiah, and Sound of Metal. And if any of those don't get nominated and they actually put something else in their place, I'm thinking the next most likely are Da 5 Bloods, News of the World, and Soul. And as much as I want Palm Springs to be in here, it's not getting in. Now, Best Picture, I think the winner is going to be Nomadland, but we'll see. Now, Best Director. I'm thinking that Chloe Zhao for Nomadland is going to get nominated definitely, and most likely is going to win. The next nominees that I think are going to be the nominees for this category are David Fincher for Mank, Aaron Sorkin for Trial of the Chicago 7, Regina King for One Night in Miami, Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. And I think the next most likely are Lee Isaac Chung for Minari and Spike Lee for Da 5 Bloods. For Best Actor, I'm thinking it's going to be Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and he's going to win. Anthony Hopkins for The Father, Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal, Gary Oldman for Mank, and I'm really split on who's going to be number 5. I'm thinking that most likely it's going to be Delroy Lindo for Da 5 Bloods, and then most likely is going to be Stephen Yeun for Minari. And there is an outside chance that Tahar Rahim could get in for The Mauritanian. Now, for Best Actress, this one's a bit more of a battle and harder to predict. I think that 4 that are definitely going to get in are Frances McDormand for Nomadland, and I think she's going to be the winner. Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman, Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman, and I'm not sure what's going to happen for number 5, but because she won the Golden Globe, I'm thinking that it's going to be Andra Day for The United States versus Billie Holiday. And I think that the next most likely candidates are going to be Zendaya for Malcolm and Marie and Yeri Han for Minari. Now, moving on to Best Supporting Actor. This one, I'm actually going to be legitimately mad if Daniel Kaluuya doesn't win because of what he did with that role. Daniel Kaluuya is definitely going to get nominated and probably win for Judas and the Black Messiah. Then I think the other 4 nominees, and this one's kind of a tough race too, but I'm thinking the 4 most likely are Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami, Sacha Baron Cohen for Trial of the Chicago 7, Paul Raci for Sound of Metal, and Chadwick Boseman for The 5 Bloods. And there are some others that could sneak in. Jared Leto for The Little Things could get in there because he got nominated in so many other circuits. Mark Rylance for Trial of the Chicago 7. David Strathairn for Nomadland. And surprisingly, I'm thinking there's a decent chance that Alan Kim could get nominated for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Minari. Now, because of his age and it being his first role ever, I think it's very unlikely. However, he's been getting a lot of traction since his Critics' Choice Award win for Best Young Actor and Actress and that speech he gave that practically broke the internet. So I'm thinking he actually has a decent shot of getting in. Probably not going to happen, though. But if he did, That would be pretty damn cool, considering his age and it being his first film. Anyway, Best Supporting Actress. I'm thinking that the most likely nominees in this category are going to be Olivia Colman for The Father, and she's probably going to win. Yoo Jung-yoon for Minari. Maria Bakalova for Borat's subsequent movie film. Amanda Seyfried for Mank. And Jodie Foster for The Mauritanian. And I'm thinking that others who have a shot are Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy, Helena Zengel for News of the World, and Ellen Burstyn for Pieces of a Woman. And we're just going to fly through these others. The nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay, I think, are going to be Nomadland as the winner, One Night in Miami, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, The Father, and News of the World. For Original Screenplay, I think it's going to be Trial of the Chicago 7 as the winner, Minari, Mank, Promising Young Woman, and Judas and the Black Messiah. For Best Cinematography, I think it's going to be Nomadland as the winner, Mank, and that also has a decent shot of winning too. I think it's going to be a battle between those two films. Then the others that have a shot at a nomination are Minari, Tenet, and Judas and the Black Messiah. For costume design, I'm thinking the 5 most likely candidates are Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as the winner, Mank, Emma, News of the World, and The Personal History of David Copperfield. For Best Film Editing, I'm pretty sure that Trial of the Chicago 7 is going to win, but the other 4 nominees are going to be Sound of Metal, Mank, The Father, and Tenet. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, I think it's going to be the 3 nominees being Ma Rainey's Black Bottom as the winner, Mank, and Hillbilly Elegy. Best Production Design, Mank is going to win this. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is probably a close second in that category and is going to get nominated. I think the next 3 most likely nominees are Promising Young Woman, News of the World, and Tenet. Best Score, Soul's taking this award home, and it's definitely going to win and get nominated. The other 4 nominees I'm thinking are going to be Mank, Tenet, The Midnight Sky, and News of the World. Best Song, Speak Now from One Night in Miami, probably the winner. The other 4 nominees are EOC, The Life Ahead from Scene, Fight for You, Judas and the Black Messiah, Hear My Voice, Trial of the Chicago 7, and Turntables from All In, The Fight for Democracy. Best Sound, now 2 categories put into one, and I guess that makes sense. They are 2 different things, but really the winners often go hand in hand there. Sound of Metal better get a freaking nomination here. I think it's going to win. And the other 4 nominees are going to be Mank, Tenet, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and Soul. Best Visual Effects I think is going to go to Tenet as the winner. The other 4 nominees are going to be The Midnight Sky, Mank, Mulan, and Soul. Best Animated Feature, I think the winner is going to be Soul. Wolfwalkers has a chance of winning as well and taking that award, but it'll definitely get a nomination. The other 3 nominees are going to be The Croods, A New Age, Onward, and Over the Moon. Best Documentary Feature, Time, which I hope is going to be the winner, Dick Johnson is Dead, Boys State, The Collective, and Welcome to Chechnya. And I'm not doing any of the shorts categories because I haven't seen any of them yet and therefore have no freaking idea what's going to get nominated unless I just cheat and look off Gold Derby and use those as my choices, which I guess that's not cheating because I did look at Gold Derbies to see how some of these nominees were doing, even though I have seen most of them and have a decent judge of what these things are. Best International Feature Film, I also have not seen any of the films in this category, but I've heard so many great things about Another Round. I think it's going to get nominated, and I think it's going to be winning this category. Now, the other 4, these are shot-in-the-dark guesses based off what's happened in other ceremonies and in Gold Derby. But La Llorona, The Collective, Covadis Aida, which was butchered in me saying that most likely, and Two of Us. And those are my predictions for what's going to be the nominees for this year. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get to my reaction to the nominations as they're announced. All right, it is finally the morning of the Oscar nominations. They are about to start in a little over 30 seconds. Pretty darn early in the morning. My watch is off. First, I've got these right here, the sheet that I was going off of yesterday with my predictions, and coffee. Let's see what they say for the nominations today. Actress in a supporting role.
Maria Bakalova in Borat's subsequent movie film. Delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once.
They went with the whole title.
Glenn Close in Hillbilly Elegy.
Okay, she got in. Pretty cool.
Olivia Colman in The Father.
Olivia Colman.
Amanda Seyfried in Mank.
Yoo Jung-yoon.
And Ye Jung-un in Minari.
Good.
Congratulations to all those nominees. Our next category is Best Costume Design, with nominees voted by the Academy's Costume Designers branch.
Costume design.
Emma.
There's one.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yep. Good.
Mank.
Yes.
Mulan.
Mulan got in. Interesting.
And Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
And
That
now
was
here
unexpected.
are the nominees for Best Original Score, voted by the
Okay.
Academy's Music
Here we
branch.
go. Original score.
Defy Bloods.
Whoa. Nice.
Mank.
Mank. Cool.
Minari.
Oh, cool. Minari got in too.
News
But
of the World.
Soul.
And Soul.
Okay.
This
News
is
of the
so
World.
exciting.
So
Wow. Midnight Sky didn't get in.
Screenplays in 2 award categories.
Okay,
Best
screenplays.
Adapted Screenplay and Best Original Screenplay. First is Best Adapted Screenplay.
Best adapted screenplay.
Borat's subsequent movie film, Delivery
Wow.
of Prodigious Bribe to American Regime for make
They keep going for the whole title. That's a
Sacha
mouthful.
Baron Cohen, Anthony
It's pretty
Hines,
cool that it got a nomination
Dan
here.
Swimer, Peter Bainham,
Wasn't expecting it.
Erica Rivinoya,
Although the first
Dan
one
Glazer,
did get a nomination
Jensen,
when the first movie
and
came out
Lisa
as well.
Kern. Story by Sacha Baron Cohen, Anthony Hines, Dan Swimer, and Nina Pedrad. The Father, Christopher Hampton
Good.
and Florian Zeller. Nomadland, Chloe
Good.
Zhao.
I think Nomadland's gonna win.
One Night in Miami, Ken
Good.
Powers.
So Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
And The White Tiger. Rami
Whoa,
Malek.
nice.
Congrats, Ramin.
I have not seen it yet, but I've heard
And now
good
the
things.
nominees for Best Original Screenplay. Judas and the Black Messiah,
Good.
Will Burson and Shaka King.
Judas and the Black Messiah was
Story
great.
by Will Burson, Shaka King, Kenny Lucas, and Keith Lucas. Minari, Lee Isaac Chung.
Cool. Good.
Promising Young Woman,
Yes.
Emerald Fennell.
Good.
Sound of Metal, Darius Marder and Abraham Marder.
Hell yeah.
Story by Darius Marder and Derek Cianfrance.
Didn't predict it, but that's cool.
And The Trial of the Chicago 7, Aaron
Knew it.
Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin, is he a newbie?
Yeah, we've
Must be
never
new,
had
yeah.
Very
Well,
cool.
since you did 2 in a row, I think I'm going to announce 2.
That one's
short
gonna
film
win,
awards.
but it's really cool Sound of Metal got
Short
nominated.
films and feature animation
Okay,
branch.
I don't know any of these, so
Animated
let's
short
see.
film.
Animated
Here are
short
the
film.
Burrow.
Burrow.
Genius Loci.
Okay.
If Anything Happens, I Love You. Opera. And Yes People. For Best Live Action Short Film, the nominees are Feeling Through, The Letter Room, The Present, Two Distant Strangers, and White Eye.
Congratulations to everyone. Now, the nominees for an actor in a supporting role.
Okay, here we go.
They
Daniel
are
Kaluuya. Turner supporting role.
Sacha Baron Cohen in The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Cool. Gimme Daniel Kaluuya.
Daniel Kaluuya in Judas and
There
the
he
Black
is.
Messiah.
He's gonna win.
Leslie Odom Jr. in One Night in Miami.
Paul Raci.
Paul Rassi in Sound of Metal.
Good.
And Lakeith Stanfield in Judas and the Black Messiah.
Nice!
We still have more.
Hell yeah!
We'll be back at 5:31 PDT.
Stay tuned.
Alright, so my predictions were way off in some parts. Let's talk about it a bit. I'm gonna mute this for a bit. Not that I don't want to see it, but I do want to talk about some stuff here. So, first, Some real shocks. So I was not expecting White Tiger for screenplay. Like, some people thought it might, but a lot of people just didn't think it was getting the traction needed. And I'll admit, I have not seen it yet, but I mean, I've heard really good things about it. I've got a friend who was telling me I needed to watch it, and unfortunately I just haven't yet. But holy shit, that is awesome to hear. White Tiger got the nomination. Now, some things I'm really glad of. Best Supporting Actor, obviously, I'm glad that Daniel Kaluuya got in, and all the nominees in that category are great. But, so, I wasn't sure who was going to take the 5th spot. First, Paul Raci. Now, everybody says his name differently. I'm hoping that I'm saying it right. If not, I apologize. But, Paul Raci, I am so glad he got that nomination. But what is even better is Lakeith Stanfield got in. I was not expecting that he would get in for Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, he was great in that film, but his performance has unfortunately been very overlooked. And I'm not going to lie, I'm really glad that he got in, because he's a guy who I have been paying attention to for quite some time. He's a magnificent actor, and I mean, Daniel Kaluuya is going to win that award, but I'm so glad he got in. I've been saying to myself, he's gonna get nominated for an Oscar one day, and he finally did. Another thing I want to say is that I probably seemed a little, less excited for the short film announcements. It's not that I don't like those. It's just that I never end up seeing those or being familiar with the films in the shorts categories before the nominations are announced. But I usually want to see them once they are announced. And one thing I will say is, pre-pandemic, obviously, they would show the shorts in like Oscars showcases in certain theaters, and my girlfriend and I have gone to see them a few times, and it's a great experience. With that being said, even if they are showing them in theaters now because of the pandemic, I don't think we're going to do that. But you know what? I'll bet that a lot of them will be available on streaming platforms, so maybe we'll set aside some time to watch them all in a row, kind of like we did before. I'm hoping we'll be able to do something like that. I'm trying to think of if there were any big snubs. I mean, supporting actress, I thought that Glenn Close might get in for Hillbilly Elegy. I was expecting Jodie Foster over her, since Jodie Foster very unexpectedly won the Golden Globe. But we'll see what ends up happening. And you know what else was unexpected? Da 5 Blood's getting in for Best Score. Now, score is one of my favorite categories, and I genuinely was not expecting Da 5 Bloods to get in. It has a fantastic score, but I was expecting something like The Midnight Sky to get in, and unless I missed it, Midnight Sky did not get in. I still have to watch Midnight Sky, by the way, and I just have to say, most of the reason why I thought it was going to get in is because everybody was saying it would get in, and because the guy who composed the score is really well known for getting nominated anytime he composes a score. So that was my rationale there. Okay, I'm gonna unmute this. All right, they're back. Let's see.
Welcome back.
Or, if you just got up and are joining us now, welcome. Let's continue with the nominations. Members of the Academy's documentary branch have chosen these nominees for Best Documentary Feature.
All right.
And they are Collective,
Cool.
Crip Camp,
Nice, it got in. Crip Camp.
The Mole Agent,
The Mole Agent. I don't even know if I've
My
heard of that one.
Octopus Teacher,
Please let Time be in here.
and Time.
Yes, okay, good.
For Best Documentary Short Subject, here are the nominees.
Dick Johnson Is Dead isn't in there. That's surprising.
Colette. A concerto is a conversation.
I've never heard of any of these, I can guarantee
Do
it.
not split.
But I will see if I can watch them.
Hunger Ward. And A Love Song for Latasha.
Congratulations, everyone. The nominees for Best International Feature Film were voted on by Academy members from all branches living and working outside all over the world. The
Okay.
nominees are
International feature.
Another Round,
Good.
Denmark.
That one's probably gonna win.
Better Days, Hong Kong.
Did not expect that, but cool.
Collective, Romania.
Expected that one.
The Man Who Sold His Skin, Tunisia.
Oh, interesting.
Quo Vadis Aida, Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh, very nice.
La Llorona didn't get in. That one's been getting in all over the place, but it didn't here.
The sound branch of the Academy chooses the nominees for Best Achievement in Sound.
Sound of
They
Metal.
are Greyhound,
Whoa, interesting.
Meg,
Okay.
News of the World,
Sound of Metal, come on.
Soul,
Sound of Metal.
and Sound of Metal.
Good. Okay. Tenet didn't get in. That's surprising.
The production design branch nominates these films for Best Production Design.
Production design.
The Father,
Oh, nice.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
Expected that one. Good.
Mank,
Good.
News of the World,
Good.
and Tenet.
Good. Tenet finally got into something.
Congratulations, here are the nominees for Best Film Editing, chosen by members of the Academy's Film Editors Branch.
Trial of the Chicago 7 and Sound of Metal.
The Father,
Nice.
Nomadland,
Okay, cool. I didn't expect that.
Promising Young Woman,
Nice.
Sound of Metal,
Sound of Metal. Trial of the Chicago 7.
and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Trial of the Chicago 7's probably going to
The
win.
Academy's Cinematographers branch nominate the following for Best Cinematography.
I'm really glad Promising Young Woman got in. Cinematography.
Judas and the Black Messiah,
Nice.
Mank,
Nice. Expected that.
News of the World,
Cool.
Nomadland,
Nomadland's going to win.
and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Oh, nice.
Lots of nominations.
Lots of nominations.
The Visual Effects Branch voted for these films to be the nominees for Best Visual Effects.
Tenet.
Love and Monsters, The
Interesting.
Midnight Sky,
Midnight Sky.
Mulan,
Oh, nice. Mulan got in.
The One and Only Ivan,
Oh, interesting.
and Tenet.
Tenet's going to win this most likely.
When you think of me, you naturally think of Best Makeup and Hairstyling.
All this is messed up.
Instead,
I'm talking about my
the
papers here,
Black
not the
Academy branch
nominations.
nominates The following films:
Okay, makeup and hairstyling.
Emma,
Emma.
Hillbilly Elegy,
Hillbilly Elegy.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
Interesting.
Mank, and Pinocchio.
Pinocchio's getting some nominations here.
This next category is voted on by Short Films and Feature Animation Branch, as well as members of the animation community across all branches.
Best animated
Here are
feature.
the nominees for Best Animated Feature Film. Onward,
Okay. Cool.
Over the Moon,
Cool.
A Shaun the Sheep Movie, Farmageddon,
Cool.
Soul,
Good. That one's going to win.
and Wolfwalkers.
Actually, Wolfwalkers might
And
take
now
it over
here
Soul.
is the other category voted on by the music branch. Here are their nominees for Best Original Song:
All right, here we go.
Fight for You, Judas and the Black Messiah,
Good.
Hear My Voice from The Trial of the Chicago 7,
Good.
Husavik from Eurovision Song Contest, The Soul of
Nice.
Fireside,
The Eurovision song got in.
EOC, Scene from The Life Ahead, La Vita Davanti a Se,
Wait, please let the one from One Night in Miami be here.
and Speak Now from One Night
Good.
in Miami.
Okay, good.
For actor in a leading role, the Actors
Okay.
Branch members nominate
Here we go. Actor in a leading role.
Riz Ahmed in Sound of Metal,
Good.
Chadwick Boseman in Ma Rainey's Black
Good.
Bottom,
He's going to win. Probably.
Anthony Hopkins in The Father,
All right, here we go.
Gary Oldman in Mank,
Who's going to be number 5?
and Stephen Yeun in Minari.
Okay, cool. So,
Congratulations to all those incredible nominees.
I am kind of sad Delroy Lindo didn't get in, but Stephen Yeun is a good one. Actress in a leading role.
Viola Davis in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom,
Good.
Andra Day and the United States vs. Billie Holiday,
Okay, cool. Good.
Vanessa Kirby in Pieces of a Woman,
Good.
Frances McDormand in Nomadland,
Good.
and Carey Mulligan in Promising Young Woman.
Good.
All amazing performances.
I think I did 5 for 5 there.
Directing. The Academy Directors Branch has chosen these nominees.
Okay, Chloe Zhao is gonna win this.
Thomas Vinterberg, Another Round.
Oh, cool.
David Fincher, Mank.
Wasn't expecting Thomas Vinterberg.
Lee Isaac Chung, Minari.
Wait, someone's getting snubbed. Please let Chloe Zhao be here.
Chloe Zhao, Nomad.
Okay, good.
And Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman.
Nice. Who got snubbed?
And finally, the nominees
Aaron,
for Best
wait.
Picture voted
Aaron
by
Sorkin
all
didn't get
members
in.
of the
And
Academy.
Regina King didn't get in.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
The Father.
Good.
David Parfit, Jean-Louis Levy, and Philippe Carcassonne, producers.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Shaka King,
Good.
Charles D. King, and Ryan Coogler, producers.
The Five Bloods isn't getting in.
Mank, Cian Chafin, Eric Roth, and Douglas Urbanski.
I should have written
producers.
these in alphabetical order.
Minari, Christina O., producer.
Good nominees so far.
Nomadland, Frances McDormand,
There we
Peter
go.
Spears, Molly Asher, Dan Janvey, and Chloe Zhao, producers.
Promising Young Woman.
Yes.
Ben Browning, Ashley Fox, Emerald Fennell, and Josie McNamara, producers.
One Night in Miami.
Sound of Metal,
Oh.
Bert
Oh,
Helling, and
nice.
Sacha Ben Harosh, producers.
One Night in Miami didn't get in, but Sound of Metal did.
And last, The Trial of the Chicago Seven. Mark Platt and Stuart Besser, producers.
Woo!
Nice.
Well, I am already
So,
second best in my Oscars
wait.
poll. Congratulations
Ma Rainey's
to
Black
all
Bottom
those
and
voted.
One Night in
Well,
Miami
what
did
a
not get
Thank you
nominations.
for joining us and watch the Oscars
Really?
live on Sunday, April
So-
25th, only on ABC.
Hold on. Hold on.
Bye.
I'm going back a little bit. I'm just gonna go back a little bit and make sure I got that. Okay, so final list. Okay, so the final list for Best Picture is The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago Seven. So, first, I have to say, I am pleased that all of these got in here. I don't think any of these are bad films. As a matter of fact, I think they're all great films. The only one, well, I have not seen The Father. I really want to see The Father. But of all the other ones, like, Mank is my least favorite, and I still think that's a good movie. With that being said, how are you not going to put Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and One Night in Miami in here? This is why we shouldn't have the whole you can have between 5 and 10 nominees thing, but they are doing away with that. With that being said, you're gonna have snubs. Now, let me make sure I'm right on the whole Best Director thing. Yeah, Aaron Sorkin did not get in and Regina King did not get in, which I was hoping they would both get in, and I'm actually kind of shocked Aaron Sorkin didn't get in. But, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, it's better than other years, and I am kind of sad that Delroy Lindo didn't get a Best Actor nod, but you know what? The other nods that are in there are good anyway. And let me get this disorganized mess out of here. But yeah, those are the Oscar nominations. Now, one thing I want to leave off on is a lot of people are wondering, Steve, why do you even do this? Why do you even pay attention to the Oscar nominations? Why do you even pay attention to the Oscars? It's like a giant rigged thing, isn't it? I mean, that's debatable, and I mean, there is some weird history with the Oscars, but the main reason why I like them is because I'm a lover of film, and I want to support filmmakers, and I love to see them honored for their work. And when it comes to when the right ones actually get the nominations and when I think the right ones win, and when you have those unexpected ones where you expect somebody to be snubbed, but they don't get snubbed and they actually get a nomination and sometimes win, that's really nice to see. I mean, the best way I can describe it is I like seeing people who deserve it honored for good work. Now, whether or not that actually happens is debatable, but you know what? For every snub, you have somebody who totally deserves it, who actually totally deserves to get the nomination and wins. And when the right person wins, that's really nice. And I will admit that I think that the Oscars are starting to change for the better. I mean, they've got a long way to go, but they are making some changes that I think are having their hearts in the right place. Let's put it that way. But anyway, that's it for today's reaction video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here and you want to see more of what I do, I make a lot of film-related content and some other miscellaneous content. If you want to see more of that and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you want to actually be notified when I post a new video, instead of just randomly seeing when I post one, go ahead and hit that bell icon so you can actually be notified when I post a new video. And obviously, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button because it helps people who don't know about my content but would like to see my content find my content easier because it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. But anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you later.